That's looking north. Hey, good morning. It is December the 16th, and I'm about halfway through a daily 5.3 mile loop, sometimes longer, out here in near Lake Havasu. And I will turn the camera around and let you see some of the scenery, since now you've seen enough of me. All right, so I'm following a trail, single track, dirt bike track, back, I don't know, center frame. There's some white buildings. I'm going to, I'm posted up to the right of those on the other side of the highway. Anyway, trying to get in shape for another hiking season. And looks like it's going to be a March 1st start date. I've secured a PCT permit. I'm just waiting now for the email so I can print it and be just that much more official, but pretty much the way it works is that once you get the date, unless there's something really squirrely about your data, they issue a permit. So, see how it goes. It's the earliest I'll have ever started. I think I went out March 7th one year. So I'm gonna have to be ready for weather, of course. And I'll get a pretty good look probably mid to late February, so I can be a little more dialed in on what I'm going to ship up to the Sierra. I know I'm punching my spikes up to Paradise Valley Cafe for San Jacinto, but it's unlikely the ice axe will go there. Certainly not the bear can. And feeling pretty good. And for me, one of my challenges is in this run-up training prep period is not to get bored, because then I get lazy and I stop. So if I want to be coming into the end of February doing more training, hopefully continuing what I'm doing now. I've got about 18 pounds on my back, little day pack. But I'm gonna kick that up into the low 20s, and I'll probably switch over to my backcountry pack, which I've had a bunch of them, but the last couple of years it's been the Z-Packs Arc Haul, which I'm really happy with the way it carries. So the only test I need to do is to load the bear can up and load everything in, put it in the pack and see how it feels. It's going to be over the weighted rate, but I've been there before with somewhat one-season packs, and they made it. So it's really more just fine-tuning stuff. See if I can get down this trail here without my trekking poles. All right. Well, Arizona's been good. Got here late October, and for until about a week ago, it's been in the high 70s, low 80s. So lots of sunbathing, cycling, hiking around. But this week the morning temps have dropped down to the mid 30s. Daytime highs, though, are supposed to be right around 60, so that's pretty good. And I was prepared to go on trail using local permits for the first time this year, because it's definitely doable. Having a long distance permit certainly is convenient because you don't have to get a bunch of others. All right, short bio. I am a 73-year-old male in pretty good shape, been active all my life, so that helps. Started this activity in 2014, completed the PCT once, been back on it every year among other trails, so clearly I have a long-term relationship with this puppy. And I'm grateful that I can still get out and do this stuff. Every year, different things pop up, so I haven't been able to complete the trail more than once, so maybe this year will be the second time. Who knows? I gotta make it through the Sierra and Tahoe, and then I think it's definitely game on. But that is a lot to ask to get to that point. I think back to my earlier years, and this long distance stuff definitely is a plateful. There's just no good way to know for sure until you get out and start walking for weeks and months. There's so many different things that can come into play, challenges that have to be solved. So I'm aware of it all. It's just a matter of whether I can bring enough to the table to solve the problems when they come up. So we shall see. The old axiom of never quit on a bad day is definitely primary. You can always quit tomorrow. So there are all kinds of little tricks and things to help us get along. But I'd say there are definitely more great times and bad times. This year, like recent years, I'm going to do everything I can to go slow. 10 to 12 miles the first week, kick it up a few miles for week 2, and then if I'm feeling good, I'll try and stay around 20. But some of that has to do with the Sierra snow. But even if there is Sierra snow, I'll probably still get my daily mileage, but I'll just take zeros and delay that way. I remember the first 2 years on the trail, I hiked from the border to Lake Marina the first day, and I got to the malt shop. I was cooked both days, so that was the end of that. So now I break it up into 2 pieces, and the risk for me anyway is overexertion, losing my appetite, which then means I have to take most of a day off anyway. So some of the other challenges that I've faced is the nausea part of altitude sickness. Exertion plus altitude equals AMS, acute mountain sickness. It's not life-threatening, but it's damn uncomfortable. And with no appetite, can't feed the fire, no energy. So yeah, I'm taking along some meclizine over the counter, which I think will handle that aspect. first chance is Mount San Jacinto because the trail goes up to 9,000. So that should be plenty of altitude to see how that aspect's going. Well, to be truthful, going with local permits, the good upside is that I can start whenever I want. And so that's a lot of flexibility. I probably still could, but I sort of like to get going on these things. So the first will work. And what I'll do is I've thought out different ways I can slow down if I need to, if the snow gets really bad in the Sierra, I should say. But this year is forecast to be La Nina, so I think that's wet north, dry south, kind of like last year, which even though we desperately need water in the south, from a hiking standpoint, that's what I want. So, and I think starting early though, I don't think water will be much of a challenge. Certainly not up in the Sierra. Anyway, looking forward to seeing all the new faces on trail. It's fun meeting people. And interesting hooking up with a few people here and there. And in past years, I've probably hiked about 50% by myself. It's about what it works out to. But when the chemistry and the pace sync up, it's fun. I definitely enjoy hiking with other people. I don't need to be in lockstep with them, but it just adds value added for sure. Well, right now I'm guessing it's probably mid 40s, maybe upper 40s. I think it's about 10:45. Got a little bit later start this morning. Had some errands I had to do. But it's been nice just basically walking out of camp from my RV and getting my exercise circuits in. I've got a couple different routes that I can take to lengthen or shorten the distance. And it's interesting, you know, seeing on Facebook groups what other people are up to. And thinking back to when I was a rookie in this activity in 2014, I definitely paid some dues. Feet blew up, treated blisters for damn near 500 miles from Scissors Crossing to the Sierra, and then I got them under control. But wow, next year found the ultra lone peaks, and I've never looked back since. Rarely any even slight issues. So that was one problem that was put to bed. There are others, of course, that I deal with, like everybody. So, well, that's the story here in mid-December. And lots of good enthusiasm. Just need to keep it going, keep the momentum going up to the start and beyond.